What is up, everybody? Welcome back. I can already tell that this is going to be a super duper long video, but I think it's going to be worth for it. At least that's what my how old is he now? Oh my god, like 15-year-old son. He's gonna hate me if he ever hears this video, but yeah, it's so cute. I love it. Anyways, long story short, we're gonna be looking at the latest mod from A Deep Indigo, and that is the Sim Nation travel mod, which essentially now makes international travel a little more difficult in a good way. You're gonna have to like pay now instead of being able to fly all over the universe for free. There's even the ability to like have driving lessons and teach teens on how to drive. Anyways, I'm gonna read off this really long mods note list, description, whatever you want to call it. But if you would like to fast forward through different segments of the video, there will be timestamps in the description. Ready to hop out of Mount Como to test the slopes, going for a weekend getaway to Granite Falls, or ready for the adventure of a lifetime in Batu? Not so fast. Not without a handy license and motor vehicle registration for the car you bought from the catalog, or a subway pass for the children, or travel reservations and your passport for that international destination. Speaking of going on a trip, you must book plane reservations and put down a vacation rental deposit. And let's not forget, you must have a passport to visit faraway locals like Salvadorada. Just going from Willow Creek to Grandma's New Crest, make sure you have gas in the car, your subway pass is ready, or your bicycle is registered. And if your teens are sick of using the subway, they can take formal or informal driving lessons to get ready for licensure. So here you guys can see how the process of booking a flight and choosing a fare class looks. Also a little tiny blurb bit on asking for driver's license and how cars now appear in game. So the main features are: travel requires a mode, bike, subway pass, car, or plane for international travel. You can apply and renew your passport. You can buy 7, 14, or 28-day subway passes. You can go to the DMV to get a license. There's also driver's education, informal lessons with an adult household member for teens, buy a title for your Sims car. It requires a license and gas once a week. Book travel reservations to travel internationally. Put down a vacation rental deposit before you can travel internationally. New reward trait, prepared traveler. There's also a new travel aspiration called seasoned traveler. And then there is a new travel related career, which apparently is called the travel magazine critic. How it works: most options are available on the phone and computer under my general pie menus, but if you don't see one in place, please check the other. Most career interactions are available on the computer and tablet, the big exception being local check-in, which requires the phone. Domestic travel. All active Sims, excluding toddlers, will need a way to travel in order to leave their home lot. This only affects travel via the phone menu and relationship panel, as well as elevators and travel boards. It does not affect travel from the street. You can also only have one primary mode of transportation at a time. The most recent mode of transportation selected will always be the primary. The following modes of transportation are available. All Sims, children and up, can use a subway pass. Subway passes are the cheapest mode of transportation and cost between $20 for a youth 7-day pass and $130 for an adult 28-day pass. Discounts are available for children, teens, and elders. A 7, 14, or 28-day pass are available. When a Sims pass expires, they will not be able to travel and will need to get a new one. The subway pass will be delivered to the Sims inventory. Bike. This requires Discover University. Your Sims can purchase the bike as usual. Once a Sim has a bike, it will need to be registered. This essentially, as far as the mod is concerned, marks the Sim who registers the bike as the owner. What that means is that it will consider that Sim to have a bike, but anyone else in the household will either need to register their own bike, buy a car, or get a subway pass. Registered bikes will need to be serviced every 21 days. When in need of a service, it will be unusable and until sent in. In order to be serviced, it must first be placed in the Sims inventory. Servicing takes about 90 minutes. Buying a car. All Sims, teen and up, are eligible to purchase a car from Buy Mode under Outdoor/Transportation. Each car has a price tag, an eco footprint, and an environmental score. If a Sim buys a sedan or an average eco footprint car, it ranks differently than a muscle car/utility vehicle like a van or a pickup truck, even a hybrid vehicle like the Euro car from Get to Work, or a hybrid version of the base game coupe. Mid-sized sedans are great values as they are reasonably fuel efficient and require a normal amount of maintenance. Muscle cars or utility vehicles are much larger and thus not as fuel efficient as sedans or hybrids, but they also don't require as much maintenance. Hybrid vehicles cost more but provide better fuel mileage and require maintenance slightly less often than sedans. License and registration. In order to actually drive the car bought, first your Sim must apply for a license at the local DMV. Wait times vary. Once a license has been obtained, the license will be in the Sim's inventory, and then they can purchase a car/title. The Sim who registers the car is the owner of that vehicle. Note that when the game loads, there's a small random chance for a Sim's young adult and up to already have their license. Driving lessons. Teens can get a license only if they complete driver's education lessons. $50 a lesson, or they ask an older family member who has a license, a car with fuel, and it doesn't need maintenance to help teach them drive. This option is only available if the car is not in their inventory. A hidden driving skill will determine when they are eligible. Driving lessons, formal or informal, increase the skill through formal driving lessons and are noticeably more effective. When they are eligible to get their license, you will receive a notification. Fuel and maintenance. Service maintenance depends on the type of car, but usually it's needed between every 14 to 28 days. It costs between 150 simoleons all the way up to 250, just depending on the type of car. And it takes about 2 hours, and gas is usually needed every 7 to 10 days. Maintenance takes about 2 to 3 hours. Filling up takes about 15 minutes and costs anywhere from 20 to 30 simoleons, just depending on the type of car. Your Sim will receive a notification when it's time for service and when the gas gauge is low. If your Sim no longer wants to deal with the hassle of owning a car, they're able to sell it. Note that the only way to get rid of a car is to use the sell car interaction on the vehicle. International travel. To travel internationally to Windenburg, Salvadoradas, Sulani, Batu, Granite Falls, or Mount Como, if your Sim doesn't live there, it will require a passport and advance reservations. They will then go to the airport for about an hour before heading to their final destination. Passport. Sims can obtain an initial passport by filling out an application online and then going to the passport office. Once at the passport, Sims will choose a shipping speed to receive their passport. The options are to receive it within 12 hours to the Sims inventory, or within 12 to 24 hours in the mail, or within 24 to 48 hours in the mail as well. Sims will pay a fee for both the passport itself and the shipping. The shipping speed chosen will be for all Sims present at the passport office. Advanced reservations. Once a Sim has a passport in their inventory, they are able to book travel reservations and put down vacation rental deposits. A vacation rental deposit and travel reservation are required before a Sim can go on a vacation/travel internationally. Sims may choose a range they're willing to put down for the deposit. For travel reservations, they must specify whether they are flying in economy seating or first class. They will receive a random buff based on the fare of the class and a chance to get travel sick and or lose their luggage. Fees are adjusted accordingly. Only one reservation for travel and vacation rental per household is needed. Passport renewal. A passport expires after 36 days. A Sim will then need to fill out a similar application/paperwork online and then mail the paperwork to the passport agency. The Sim should receive their passport within 24 hours. Travel note. You may also temporarily see your Sims on lot before going to their final destination after the airport. Seasoned traveler aspiration. Note, due to the nature of this aspiration, it requires several packs: jungle adventures, city living, snowy escape, outdoor retreat, and island living to complete. It is also greatly enhanced enhanced by Frank's language barriers, as a few of the objectives include learning languages, but you can still complete each level without the mod as it is not required. Prepared Traveler reward trait. These Sims enjoy traveling all over the world. They have an easier time learning new languages, socializing with strangers, and have more fun when they're not in their home region. Works well with language barriers, which I think I'm gonna have to download because it sounds very interesting. Travel Critic Career. Note that due to the nature of the career, it requires city living. A brand new 6th level semi-active career inspired by the city living critic career with a travel-focused twist. Sims focus on writing columns, reviewing food and drinks and performances, visiting different neighborhoods and different worlds, talking with local Sims, and excelling at photography. Brand new work from home interactions, short hours, and a boost in language learning skills. The levels are story researcher, columnist, reviewer, culture writer, travel blogger, and chief travel critic. And at the very tail end of the post, there is a list of compatibility and requirements. Do keep in mind that there will be additional mod notes, which I highly suggest that you check out at the very end, which essentially lets you know that the mod kicks in about 20 sim minutes, which is 20 real life seconds. So if you're noticing things aren't like coming into play or there's certain functionalities not working, just, let your game run for 20 sim seconds and you should be good to go. After 15 long minutes of reading mod notes, we're finally here to the good stuff, the gameplay. Given the nature of this mod and how complex it is, and that a lot of features actually come into play after a few sim days and weeks, it's a given that we're probably not going to touch base on every single little feature or thing that can happen, which is fine. It means that there's going to be a lot left for y'all to discover. However, we are definitely going to get into it. We are going to play around with the driving lessons feature. We're going to play around with getting a passport, anything and everything that I can do in this frame of time. We're going to try to accomplish. But if you didn't stay for the notes, the audiobook, I highly suggest at least reading them before we dive into the video, because then that way you'll be a little less confused. Here we are in my Valentine household. This is Archer Valentine. Yes, the villainous Valentine, if I do so say so myself. He is literally, okay, like, just trouble in a leather coat. I love it. Okay, anyways, this is his brother, Josh Valentine, who really dreams to be a friend of the world, but also has the travel bug. So that kind of leads me to the brand new aspiration that comes with this particular mod, and it will be found under location at the very bottom. It's gonna be called Seasoned Traveler. You're gonna notice there's 4 different tiers, and underneath those tiers, you're gonna have a series of objectives to complete to move on to the next phase. Now, I did indeed, I almost said study. I did indeed install the language barriers mod, which I've never played with, but I thought it kind of had an added purpose with this mod, so why not go ahead and throw it in there? So the first tier is tourist, then we have vacationist, honorary citizen, and then last but certainly not least, we have seasoned traveler. So I'm gonna let you guys go ahead and take a little peek at all of the objectives and things to complete if you'd like, and then we're gonna go and select this aspiration for Josh, just because, like I said earlier, this is something that he kind of wants to do, maybe possibly in the future. And there should be a little bonus trait in here, but I think that will come into play once he completes all of the objectives, or maybe start making some good progress in that aspiration. Not sure. But he does have the Simlish native tag, which means he speaks Simlish. So that's kind of cool. That's due to the language barriers mod, which of course I'll link, with this one on the website. We can also check out the brand new career. So let's do that really quick, because I don't think Archer here is suited to be a travel critic by any means. I mean, he just doesn't fit the mold, but I can still show you kind of what it looks like. We can just play around with it a little bit. If you're interested in downloading Archer, he is available on the gallery at Gen 2606. So the career, it is semi-active, which is cool. There's like 6 different levels to it as well. I'm just kind of reiterating a little bit on the patch notes in case you guys really don't want to like sit through 15 minutes, which it's fine. I'm not offended. So here we are, the travel magazine critic. Travel magazine critic. Sims who want to travel, write, eat, and take pictures would be well suited to the career of travel magazine critic. Well, some time is spent in the office writing and editing. Most of the time is spent out in different locales, sampling cuisine, attending festivals, seeing the sights, and reporting back. Sounds exciting to you? Join us. So it's about $15 an hour to start. It is a Monday through Friday gig, in case y'all are curious. That was ridiculously fast. We already got our first work assignment, and that is to attend a San Myshuno festival. Should Archer Valentine get a jump start and accept the assignment? Yes, absolutely. We totally understand the assignment. So we're gonna go ahead and accept that. But obviously, okay, the reason why his little brother is here for the summer is so that Archer can teach him how to drive. Only problem is Archer doesn't have a license and Archer doesn't have a car. So what we need to do is we need to go into the transportation portion of our menu. And if I actually filter out by custom content, you'll be able to see all of the cars that come with this mod. So unfortunately, due to funds, I'm kind of limited in my selection, but you're gonna notice that the cars are actually priced pretty damn realistically. So like for the Rocktown 3000, it's 7 freaking thousand simoleons. And the Vorn, which is a pickup truck, I could totally see Archer driving that. This is 8,000. So obviously, okay, you're gonna need a little bit of dinero to be able to purchase a car. So the cheapest vehicle that we can snag is the Yomo Shoto Evasion, or we can get ourselves the Shmuga Minima for 5,000, which I kind of like, honestly. So we're gonna get this car, and I do believe there should be a couple different swatches here, so you can kind of change it up a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, like the blue one with the stripes kind of speaks to me a little bit. It also has that Archer flare, so we'll grab that. And I have it like reversed into the driveway, which, you know, I made a little makeshift driveway for. And then obviously when we click on it, the only options we have are to admire new possession and to drive. But since we don't own the item yet because we don't have a license, we literally can't do anything with it. So that means what Archer is going to have to do is put his dreams of being the next musician on hold, and we're going to have to go and check out this little tab. So this tab here is the A Deep Indigo. Now, some of these are actually time barred, meaning that, for instance, if you wanted to go to the Department of Motor Vehicles, you're going to have to wait for it to open. So it's open from Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and then Saturday and Sunday, which is very generous, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So we'll go and wait a little bit. I do want to see what options are available for his brother Josh, and the only option that we have is to purchase a subway pass by public transportation. Choose a length of time the public transportation pass should last. So I'm gonna do 7 days. Your youth subway pass costs 20 simoleons. It will be valid for the number of days selected. And then obviously we ended up getting one for Archer 2, and his cost a whopping 35 simoleons. So maybe he would have needed this to go to the DMV. I'm honestly not too certain. And then here it is in our inventory, which I think that is so adorable that we actually get like an actual, you know, a subway card. So we can't pull it out of the inventory. It's obviously not transferable, which makes sense. But I think now, since it is almost 10, we should be able to hopefully go to the Department of Motor Vehicles for 35 simoleons. I'm a little scared that for some reason, you know, Archer may not pass. I don't know if there's the opportunity or the possibility rather that you could actually fail, but I know from personal experience. You guys ready to hear my story about how Jennifer got a driver's license? Barely. Okay, so literally I had a car because, okay, this is bad. I'm going to tell you the story. Long story short, when I was 16, I was driving home a friend who was intoxicated. I did not have a license, so I got in trouble. Yep, whoop whoop. Literally got pulled over. Wasn't able to get my license till 19. And then by 19, I got my license. And I failed the first time because I literally tried to parallel park, y'all, and my back tire hit a curb. That's what happened. So he didn't tell me anything, obviously, until like we pulled up to the DMV. I'm thinking I got this one in the bag, right? You know, like I'm getting my license today. I can finally drive this car that I have. No, that's not what happened. He told me, well, you failed, got out of the car, told me have a nice day, and went on about his business. Did not give two hoots and a holler that I literally was crying in the front seat. How embarrassing it was to have to tell my sister sister at this time that I didn't get my license and that you drove all this way for literally nothing, right? So anyways, I don't know how long this dude's gonna be here, but apparently it could vary. So we could be waiting, you know, 20 some minutes. We could be waiting 2 hours. Very realistic to the DMV. Anyways, the second time that I tried to do my license, my driver's license, I passed. And that is because I literally told, I'm not even kidding, I literally told the person that was, you know, giving me the test that I could not parallel park and I was not willing to try. And I actually passed. But the unfortunate situation is I still to this day do not know how to parallel park. I'm scared of messing up my rims. That's really the tea. Poor Josh has been waiting hours for his brother to return back home, hopefully with the driver's license in hand. However, I did notice that Josh can also attend the driver's education course. So that's only 50 simoleons. I feel like these fees are pretty generous. Like they're not super expensive. We're going to have him go and kind of get the process kickstarted. I'm not really sure if this is going to be something that is going to get him his license right away, or we have to take a series of these classes to kind of build up that skill. But either way, we're going to give it a go and see what happens. And hopefully Archer will be back rather soon. Okay, actually, just joking. He just came home and it says, congratulations, Archer. You are now licensed to operate a motor vehicle. Now we have to complete our vehicle's registration. And it was just a matter of sending it in. It's super easy stuff. We have a bunch of moodlets coming down the line. The first one is licensed driver. That's right, I'm armed with a driver's license and I'm not afraid to use it. Oh dear. You smell that from car purchase? What's that smell? Oh yes, it's the smell of freedom, of adventures, and of a new car. My boyfriend literally hates the smell, y'all, of new cars, but like that smell is intoxicating. Now we are able to sell our car because we own it. We can also admire our possession, and then we can take this baby for a spin. I'm so excited. This mod, y'all, is just got me feeling all sorts of hyped. I cannot. So let's see how Archer's doing. I mean, just kidding. Josh, little mini Archer. We are able to invite up to 7 Sims or travel alone. I don't know if we saw the size of this little car, but I don't think 7 people are driving anywhere. I am a little scared to do this while our Josh is at his class. So we'll wait. We'll hold off a little bit. And then I don't know why that happened. Okay, I'm a little scared. No, leave your car in the damn driveway. His license is here. Again, another thing that we can't really take out, but that is like really exciting to me. I'm so pumped. Let me see what happens if we get a bicycle, because that was another mode of transportation. And we could get, oh my god, I'm tempted. I don't even care. Like, Archer's gonna kill me, but like, yes, this is the cutest bike I've ever seen. He's gonna drive this little bike with a flower basket. I mean, can we at least make it like more of an Archer color? Like, okay, red, that's right. So torquey, I love it. Now with this, we're able to ride around on a scenic commuting bicycle. We can complete the bicycle's registration. Let's just do that. And I think it's just a matter of a click. Like, it's not that, yeah, it's not that crazy. So we can sell the bicycle for 80 simoleons, and it looks like Archer's bicycle registration has been complete. So Josh just came home. Today's lesson was a bit of a disaster, but that's why we practice in a parking lot. Isn't that the freaking truth? Destined to drive. Getting behind the wheel is always a blast, even when everything doesn't go perfectly every time. We also have a notification that says proper driving form is crucial to safe driving. We'll work more on that next time. While we're waiting for the game to let us give Josh another lesson, we're gonna actually see what it feels like to drive a car to a lot. So let me go, and I don't know if I want to take Josh with me. Actually, I think it's gonna be a solo ride. You know what I mean? A little bit of a cruise, just, you know, doing me in the streets. That sounds, again, inappropriate. I don't know what my problem is in this video. I really don't, like, ever, honestly. We're gonna go to the rattlesnake juice bar. I think the car should be in our inventory. We're not able, I mean, you could, if you actually made, you know, this is an idea. If you did make like parking lots on your lots, then you could actually drag your car on to the parking lot space. and then your sim would be able to like, you know, kind of have that feeling that they're actually driving a car because it doesn't stay in the inventory. And then you'd be able to like drive to and do all the things that you were able to do before. So that's a little kind of, you know, a little accommodation that you could make for your lots from now on. You could actually make spaces for the cars. I do that sometimes, but Archer already sat down to grab a drink. We're gonna let him go and snag his favorite drink, enjoy a nice little cool beverage. We're having a heat wave here. And then we also got a moodlet that says cruising in comfort. It doesn't matter where one's headed. There's something just more comfortable about the comfort of driving in a car. It's extremely freeing to know at any time one can make a fast getaway. Hi, it's me again, just popping in and being nosy. I did notice that the language barrier mod came into play here. So apparently Archer and I think his name is Alika have started speaking in Simlish. If they ever wanted to change languages, they just have to ask. Archer speaks Simlish fluently, but Alika does not speak it at all. He can teach him everything he needs to know, but it will take a while before they can speak to each other comfortably in this language. Due to the barrier of languages, we were misunderstood. What does electromagnetism, oh, you can't even say that word, electromagnetism, there we go, third time's a charm, have to do with what we were talking about? I kind of wanted to take a quick look at the travel critic career just for a quick little second. So we actually start our first day or our first work shift in about 14 hours, and these are like the promotional tasks. If I was to boost this, right, and we're gonna promote ourselves, then you'll also notice that, you know, it changes into writing skill and charisma, and again, attending the San Myshuno festival. I'm just curious if at any point we're gonna have the requirement to like learn a different language, because I think that would be really cool. I'm actually super digging this language barrier mod. So now we're a reviewer and I'm still not seeing it, but obviously the charisma and writing skill are still pretty high up there on the list for promotion tasks. Now, if I move on to the, let me see, the Sim Nation Travel pie menu, what happens then? So we can actually start an application for an initial passport. We can book vacation rental reservations. We can also book travel reservations, none of which I feel comfortable in doing unless we have a passport, because then I don't think we can even go there, even if we did, you know what I mean? We're gonna start the initial passport for all the Sims in the household, which would be Archer and Josh. So I do like that it automatically clicks everyone. And then I guess Archer is talking to his baby brother about getting a passport. Maybe they want to do some traveling. I think that'd be really cool. Any new moodlets? No. Okay, he's still really excited about cruising in comfort, and there is some language barrier things happening here. And then the blazing drink from the Sea of Fire that we had. So let me just see what ends up happening. I guess we're filling out the application. Thank you for filling out your official documents for a new passport. You will need to travel to a passport office and have this documentation authenticated. Once done, you should receive your passport via the method and shipping service speed you select. Yeah, sure, it might be 3 o'clock in the morning, but I don't care. We're gonna ask for driving lessons right here, right now. We are gonna pack in as many as we simply can because I really wanna see Josh get his license. Like, I'm rooting for him. This is really cute. I know it's a bunch of rabbit holes, and you know, I'm pretty sure we're all just really just banking to actually get cars and things that are functional. But for right now, I'm actually really okay with this. Like, if they make it like Sims 2 style, if they ever do decide to bring cars to the Sims 4, I'm okay with that. Like, I love cars. I just do. I'm obsessed. And so this kind of, you know, this one scratches that itch just a little bit. Today's lesson was excellent. You should have enough lessons, or should have had enough lessons to apply for a license. That's incredible. It's still too early to do that, but I'm definitely going to have him apply for his license once he gets home from school. Our stud muffin supreme is up bright and early. He's gonna grab himself a little mac and cheese. That is definitely the breakfast of champions, might I add. And then straight after that, we're gonna have him go over to the local passport office to, again, I'm kind of tired. Oh, he's just ready to go. He's like, you know what? I'm going to leave this on the stove. I'm going to go get my passport done. We're going to have Josh resume the mac and cheese so the home doesn't like burn down into flames. But I'm really excited to see like the progress of the passports. I think this might take a little while. So once I receive a prompt, then I'll get back to you guys. Passport Office Shipping Service. Thank you for applying for your official passport. Your documentation has been authenticated. The Passport Office will send your official passport within 12 to 36 hours, depending on the shipping service selected. We have a standard service for 150 simoleons, which will ensure delivery of your passport within 24 to 48 hours. Expedited service for 200 simoleons, which will ensure the delivery of your passport within 12 to 24 hours, or the express service for 250 simoleons, which will ensure the delivery of your passport to your inventory within 12 hours. Because time is of the essence, we are going to select express delivery. The joys of being a big brother. There was a fight at school. The teacher had to break up a fight between Josh and another student in the hall today. What should we do? Have them work it out, because Archer has no parenting experience whatsoever. He is not cut from that cloth. But anyways, another thing I wanted to kind of like touch base on real quick is that within the travel critic career, you can actually have your Sims work from home. So the work from home assignment would be to write a review and eat 4 dishes in the arts quarter, which I'm assuming it's probably in San Myshuno. I could be wrong. If we go under career, there is a new pie menu that says travel magazine critic. So we can then do research for a column. We can copy, edit article. We can also write a column, and then we can also respond to readers as well as write a review. Okay, who do I need to beat up? Because look at my poor Joshy. He looks terrible. Like he was literally shoved in a locker for being the new kid at school. But you know what? He was raised right, and he doesn't, he's nobody's lay down. He's nobody's, hallway rug. So he handled himself accordingly. Anyways, we do need to have him go to the DMV, even though he looks like Oscar the Grouch right now. I don't care. He needs to go and get his license before the DMV closes. I'm still awaiting our passport, which I have yet to receive. I keep checking my inventory, just hoping that it's going to pop up. Finally, we got our passport. Your passport has been delivered. Happy travels. Now, I didn't see one in Josh's inventory for some strange reason. I'm not going to sit here and get caught up on that at all. But what I did notice is that we can actually open up our passport, and it says Archer's passport is blank. Once he has traveled internationally, this option will be available. Now, realistically speaking, I don't think you would hop on a plane at like 9:40 at night with like literally no prior planning, but I do want to see how this plays out, right? I'm very curious. So we're going to go over to the Sim Nation travel, and we are going to, hold on, we can renew our passport, which the only person I think that can is Josh Valentine. That's really weird. I don't know why it's that way, but whatever. I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to get too caught up. But I can now book travel reservations and vacation rental reservations. So I'm assuming booking travel reservations would come first, so you know where the hell you're going, So we're going to have him do that. And believe me, I don't mind. I don't mind at all. No. I'm just kidding. Wow. All right. So let's see how long this is going to take. He's got some big old stubby fingers, so it's kind of hard for him to get those keys, you know what I'm saying? But we're getting there. We're making progress. I'm very proud of this man. And then let's see. Okay, so now we can book our fare and choose our fare class. Now we've learned that Mr. Sea of Fire here, he's a little bouge. So we're gonna book the airplane travel reservation for first class, which is a whopping 325 simoleons. Thank you for making travel reservations with us. We know you have a choice in travel and are glad to choose us. Please enjoy safe travels with us. We'll get you to your final destination. Archer has booked travel reservations and paid a travel fare. Make vacation rental reservations if still needed, or else have a pleasant and safe journey. We're also going to book our travel reservations. Make a deposit to secure your rent or your vacation rental reservation. Vacation rental reservations are valid for 7 days. We're going to do a medium deposit, or like a modest deposit of 100 simoleons. Thank you for booking a vacation rental reservation with us. We hope you enjoy your visit and your vacation rental. Please let us know if there's anything that we can do for you before before or during your stay. Archer has booked a vacation rental and made a deposit. Make travel reservations if still needed, or else have a pleasant and safe journey. Archer has all of his ducks in a row and is ready to set abroad for a great trip, or, you know, maybe the other way around. Good morning. Okay, it took me a second to figure out exactly how your sim travels to the airport, but all you need to do is just travel as you normally would, and then it kind of does the rest of the work for you. So now we have a notification that says catch flight at the airport. I'm kind of excited to see what's going to happen next. I do wish there was an option on the card to drive to the airport, but I don't really know how exactly that would have worked out. Okay, so now we have some options. We have our destination world and our residential world, which consist of Mount Como and Henford on Bagley. And then there is the option to go to Granite Falls, Salvadorada, Batu. I think we're probably going to go to Mount Como. We're gonna just have him select one of these little villas, and we're gonna do it for a day, show up on the lot and kind of see what happens, if there's any new like moodlets or buffs or anything quite like that. I am curious to see what his passport's gonna look like, because that's kind of exciting. So here we are. All right. Oh my goodness, we are angry. A first class disappointment. Archer paid all this money for first class, and yet they didn't even have the meal he wanted, and the movie selection was lacking. Next time, he won't bother with the expense. Overwhelming excitement. Traveling to a place abroad for the first time can be overwhelming and exciting all at the same time. I don't know though, Archer's pretty damn cute when he's grumpy, but now we're able to open up our passport. So this is what our passport looks like. We have a list of visas. Obviously, we haven't traveled to any of the other destinations that are grayed out, but it does say once you hover over the grayed out selections that this sim has not yet visited this destination while carrying a passport, and then it says nothing for the world that you have, so we could just go ahead and select that. But in a very large nutshell, that is pretty much a good gist of what this mod can do. It kind of taps into just about everything, and I really do appreciate the added realism of booking the travel, the flights, even having like moodlets in regards to how, you know, your flight experience was, because that's a very real thing. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of sad that Archer was like pissed off when he showed up to Mount Como when he should be enjoying his vacation, but again, very realistic. So there is another notification that I noticed, and it just simply says that Archer has visited Mount Como one time. And I'm assuming this is from opening up our passport and checking. So, oh my God, he is really living his life. He has a glass of water in the bathtub. Hopefully it's not the bath water that he's drinking. But at this point, honestly, he might be a little jet lagged. So can we blame him? Who is this guy? I thought he was like a police officer or something. I need glasses. Like, seriously, I'm not even kidding. But anyways, I like this mod. This mod is incredible. It's beautiful. It's well done. There's so much to it that I couldn't even cover it in this large of a video, but I think y'all are really going to enjoy it. Yes, it is available on Patreon. I'm not sure when it's going to be released to the public. I'm really sorry. Like, I'm terrible at figuring these things out, but I definitely will let you guys know in the description once I find out. But let me see. I think that's pretty much about it. So let me know what your favorite thing about this mod is in the comments down below. I'm super excited to see what you guys think, and hopefully Indigo will elaborate on this mod in the future, because I definitely think there are so many different cool little things that could be added. I just don't know what. So again, if you have any ideas, let me know. Anyways, you guys, Archer is going to go and enjoy the bunny slopes, and I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video here. I hope that you all enjoyed, and if you did, you know what to do, boo! Don't forget to go ahead and comment, rate, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, where the sun does not shine, and I will see you all next time. Look at my boy running off into the sunset. How cute.